Okay, it's called The Honeymoon, and it was written in 1988. The last and juiciest piece of steak lies on her plate in a pool of bloody gravy. She is about to fork it into her mouth when he reaches out his hand and plucks it up. Smiling and chewing at her, he allows a thin streak of juice to escape from one corner of his mouth. Mesmerized, she reaches across and catches it with her finger, resisting the urge to lick at it. Instead, she wipes it delicately on her paper napkin. The steak is the first real meal they've had in days. Not that they can't afford to eat well. She has no money of her own.
Sorry, excuse me, can I just get through? Can I just get through? Thank you, sorry.
But Arthur has money in the bank. She knows that. Nice steak, wasn't it? Did you like it? He asks her. Yes, it was lovely. We could eat here tomorrow, couldn't we? She suggests. You know, one thing really gets me about you. We have a nice meal and straight away you start talking about the next one, as if we hadn't even eaten. Anyway, we'll be staying for a while in this town, so we shan't work up such appetites. Not as if we were biking. Save a few cents. I feel like something, she hesitates. A bar of chocolate? Chocolate? He wipes his mouth clean, managing to convey in this gesture a restrained disgust. You don't want chocolate. She sighs, not quite silently, and follows him from the cafe. Her small haunches hoisted on the back seat of the tandem are soon moving in rhythm. Arthur's large back slopes away from her. She stares at the perspiration on his T-shirt, thinking, Bounty bars, Mars bar, Pixie caramel. The scenery melts past them in a blur of chocolate wrappings. At the campsite, they wake in the early morning to the crackle and smell of bacon frying. A kerosene burner outside the neighbouring tent spits fat from an aromatic frying pan. She lifts the tent flap and stares secretly. What is it? He grunts. A guilty start. She lets down the flap. Bacon and eggs. Why don't I go to the dairy and buy us some bacon? We've got eggs. Bacon and eggs? Bacon and eggs is the last thing I feel like at this time of the morning. I can't eat till lunchtime. But You eat like a bird. Not worth preparing the stuff just for yourself. Now, Dad, he could really eat. What an appetite. Didn't you mind? Mind? Why? A man has to eat. Mother was an excellent cook, of course. And even she, well, I suppose when you love someone, you don't really notice their habits in a critical way. I guess she was a bit of a pig. He smiles briefly, indulging the memory, excluding her. Well, I'm going back to sleep for a bit. Night-night, he mutters inappropriately. The sun is hot on the tent now, and he begins to snore almost at once. Her stomach makes little noises. It protests. She feels she is in the frying pan with the bacon, sizzling, turning up at the edges, crinkling and twisting with a sort of pain. The following day it is liver and onions. She begins to tidy the tent methodically, angrily, while Arthur sleeps on. Darting little glances of hatred at the next-door breakfast, she tucks her shirt into her shorts firmly, tucking her hunger out of sight. The previous day she had drunk many glasses of water to swell the boiled egg and lettuce which featured as their evening meal. Now she takes another draught from the billy can. Don't drink all that, Arthur wakes suddenly and sits up. Unless you want to go and fill it again, I need that for my shave. Will we go to town this afternoon? She has asked hopefully before she can stop herself. Today? No, we'll get a tan this afternoon. A tan? At the beach? The beach could mean an ice cream or peanuts. No, too crowded. Might as well stay here, eh? Read our books. You do want a tan. All my family tan marvellously. Oh yes, she reassures him. I tan quite well. Good. We'll go to town tomorrow. For lunch, she finds some cheese and 2 dried-out figs. With a stew for lunch, it's all I can... Don't you want anything? He takes the plate from her and eats. I'd like a piece of cheese, please. Oh, okay. He hands her one piece in finger and thumb. How about a fig? They don't look much, do they? She hesitates. Too long. No? Oh, well, I'll eat it. The second fig disappears down his wide gullet. You sure you don't want anything? A scream is rising from her stomach. She clutches her throat. Are you going to be sick? No, I just felt... Well, you look sick. I don't think I'd better take you out to dinner tomorrow night, had I? She gasps. But supposing I feel hungry? Doesn't matter what you feel, he points out. Feelings are deceptive, as Dad used to say. Your stomach knows best. Don't worry, I'm usually right about these things. I'll look after you. That's what marriage is all about. I do like her writing. Now, this poem has special significance for me.
What you doing?
To Marilyn from London, it's called, and it's by Fleur, Mum's sister, Fleur Adcock, the poet, who used to live in London until she died near this time last year. To Marilyn from London, you did London early at 19. The basement room, the geriatric nursing, cinema queues, modish fall-apart dresses, and marriage at Stoke Newington Registry Office, spring 1955, on the rebound. Marrying was what we did in those days, and soon enough you were back in Wellington with your eyeshadow and your Edith Piaf records, buying kitchen furniture on hire purchase and writing novels when the babies were asleep. Somehow you're still there. I'm here, and now Sarah arrives, baby-faced like you then, second of your 4 blonde Christmas tree fairies, 19, competent, with her 1 suitcase and her 2 passports. It begins again.